Hypertension Plus will let you know when specific actions need to be completed. On the overview screen here, you can see when a patient requires an action and see the details of the action on the patient's individual record here in the Actions to be Taken section. All actions for the patient are listed in this section. Patient status is colour-coded. A medium status, denoted in yellow, indicates that there are no outstanding actions and the patient is following their defined plan. A low status, denoted in green, means that the patient's blood pressure is under control. By design, there are no actions for patients with a medium or low status. High and mid-high priority actions are colour-coded in red and orange respectively. The patient status is colour-coded to reflect the highest priority alert. High priority actions are denoted in red, with action cards and alerts triggered by out-of-limit systolic blood pressure readings of over 210 or below 100, or a diastolic blood pressure reading above 110, or a high blood pressure of between 170 over 115 and 210 over 115, along with reported symptoms of severe hypertension. In the event of an out-of-limits reading, the patient will be prompted within the app to contact an appropriate healthcare professional. This will also trigger a high priority alert within the Hypertension Plus system, and an email is sent to the patient's GP and to the practice central email address to let them know of the out-of-limits reading. Action card alerts can be cleared by clicking View and then clicking Clear Alert once a comment is inserted to confirm that the appropriate patient management is in place. The alert will be triggered again if the same conditions are repeated. The mid-high priority status is denoted in orange. Action cards and alerts highlight outstanding actions due from clinicians. However, patient status can also be mid-high orange if there is an outstanding action for the patient. We will now show you examples to demonstrate how some of these actions work. When a patient is newly created, they will automatically be denoted as mid-high priority with the status Patient Pending Registration. Once they have registered and start using the patient app, their priority will change accordingly. There is no specific action for the HCP to take. If the patient does not start using the app within 1 month, an alert is created for the HCP to inform that the patient has not completed registration. If a mid-high status patient requires action from the clinician, then an action card is created, and the action is highlighted in the patient overview. Some actions need to be confirmed by the HCP approver, for example, if a new treatment plan is required, or a decision to titrate the patient up to the next step of their plan is made. The action card, Next Medication Step Recommended, will be displayed in the dashboard when a patient's blood pressure is above target after their measurement week. Once the HCP approver has confirmed the next titration step, a message is sent to the patient to agree to the change. When the patient agrees to the medication change, the action card, Create Prescription, will be displayed in the dashboard. The HCP approver must confirm the creation of the prescription. This sends an alert to the patient that their prescription is available and they can update their medication reminders. It is important to note that if a new or edited treatment plan is rejected by the patient will continue to follow their current treatment step until a new plan is accepted. If this happens, an action card is created informing the HCP of the treatment plan rejection and including any message or explanation added by the patient. From the action card, the HCP can click Edit Plan to edit the patient's treatment plan and resubmit to the patient. When a patient reaches the end of their 3-step plan, Hypertension Plus will recommend the creation of a new 3-step plan. For patients where an automatic recommendation can be made, the recommended steps will be displayed. When an automatic recommendation cannot be made, the HCP can manually define the next steps in the plan. Patients who miss their measurement weeks or do not complete enough measurements will also trigger an alert. The patient will continue on their current medication step until the next measurement week, which is 28 days after the start of their previous week. Different actions or alert levels may require input from different members of staff. These roles and responsibilities may vary and will depend on how Hypertension Plus is being managed in your practice or PCN.